Welcome to Hardcore Ultimate Iron Man, an unofficial game mode made by combining two official game modes into one of the most absurd ways you could possibly play this game. For anyone that might be new to this whole idea, let's quickly go over what this actually means. Iron Man mode is an official game mode where you are not allowed to trade with other players, use the Grand Exchange, get help fighting nearly any monster. Overall, it's a self-sufficient account. Hardcore Iron Man is exactly the same as regular Iron Man, with the additional complication of only having one life. If you die in a dangerous location where you would typically lose your items, instead, you lose your hardcore status, reverting back into a normal Iron Man. Ultimate Iron Man is, again, the same as a regular Iron Man, with a slightly different complication. You are no longer allowed to use the bank. So that means you need to be a bit more creative if you want to keep any of your items. Now, where this gets complicated is doing hardcore and ultimate at the same time. You don't have a bank, and you don't have one of Ultimate Iron Man's favorite activities, which is death storages. If you die in specific locations, you can store your items to more efficiently do other things, while keeping your inventory more clear. Without that option, you need to be very particular in the things that you're keeping with you. Now, there are a few options for storing your items. Stash units, player-owned house costume room, and possibly the looting bag. But that gets a little complicated, since you can't get the things out as easily. But overall, that is Hardcore Ultimate. No trading, no getting help for most monsters, one life, no bank. Now, since this is an unofficial game mode, there are a few ways you could go about it. You can make a Hardcore Iron Man and just say no to the bank. One problem with this method is the multitude of weird restrictions in the Ultimate Iron Man game mode. You would think, yeah, you just can't use the bank. That's pretty simple. Not the case. No seed vault, limited use of butlers. I believe there's like a spice storage rack that you're not allowed to use. Very specific things that you're not allowed. So you could try to simulate all this complication on a hardcore, but the amount of incredibly specific things that Ultimate Iron Man are not allowed to do kind of messes with that. So the other option is Ultimate Iron Man who tries to avoid death at all costs. Death mechanics on Ultimate Iron Man are different than any other game mode, so you can't make sure you've never died before by not unlocking Death's Office music track or anything like that. So ultimately, it's a matter of trust that you haven't actually ever died. But with the way that Ultimate Iron Man works, if you're not doing the things that would benefit from having deaths, it's pretty much unnecessary to make use of them. Depending on how things work out, it should be very easy to show any time that I would make use of any mechanics where typically an Ultimate Iron Man would want to die. So that's the plan. We are an Ultimate Iron Man. But we can't die. Oh, we can die. The idea is to try not to. So let's get right into the start. Okay, here we go. First order of business is going to be not dying immediately. Wouldn't be much of a hardcore series if we just immediately died. So we have gotten our Ultimate Iron Man armor here from the Iron Man tutor for a little bit of starting stats. It's the same as a set of regular iron, so that'll work for us. We want to get some stats up, grab some free runes, get some food, just general things you would want to do. And I guess while we're here, we will toggle picking up runes. Not that we're going to have a rune pouch for quite a while. Or maybe ever. Eventually we'll probably get a rune pouch, but that's one of those untradeable items that don't have a drop option. Gets complicated. We will get to all of the problems later. But for now, let's just get some good toggles here. Pick up our ammo. Pick up some runes. Pick up the free runes. Okay. Let's take stock of what we're starting with here. We got some basic resources. A few things we don't really need. And inventory space is at a premium here. So what we're going to do first is get some food. And beware, giant rat. Managed to sneak right on by. Okay. Probably going to drop, sell. A good selection of these items. But first, some fishing. Because we need some food to progress through my starting plans. And the fishing spot immediately moved. Fantastic. We try. We try. And there is our first level on the account. 2 fishing. Oh boy. We got ourselves 12 raw shrimps. We can now go and cook them. Not the lumberage range, since we haven't completed Cook's Assistant. But there is this convenient range right over here that we can use instead. Probably going to burn a lot, which will be, well, more, I guess. Hey, there's 2 cooking. Second level. We only need a few shrimp here. Are we going to get a few, though? Burning everything. Yeah. We might need to head back for more shrimp. Wow, I feel like we would have done better with a fire at that rate. My goodness. So our current food stock is 1 bread, 3 shrimp. And what I need this food for is stealing. I want to get to level 5. And much like burning the shrimp, we're constantly getting punch in the head. There we go. We've succeeded in thieving. And that is our first achievement diary task complete. Fantastic. Alright. So I'm going to not die while thieving. That's the first thing we need to be aware of here. But I'm going to get to level 5. See how much money we can make from this. Also going to be our first coins. Yay. Because we don't get to keep the 25 coins that are in the bank. Those are just stuck in there forever. And there's 2 thieving. Level 2, level 2, level 2. Fantastic. Well, I will get to level 5. Bonk. And there is 5 thieving. Our meager supply of shrimps was sufficient. And now we have 147 coins. Not bad. Level 5 is what we need to steal from cake and tea stalls, which is going to be what we're going to be doing for food for at least a while. But first, I want to clear out the inventory a little bit here. I don't need a bronze dagger. I really don't need any body runes. And we can get pots and buckets whenever and wherever. Don't need them right now. These other items, though, pretty useful. Well, except for the bow and arrows. So I'm going to go fire off all these arrows. I guess we'll kill some chickens. That'll work. They don't do much damage. And we only have the 1 piece of food still. So I will kill some chickens. Probably bury the bones, cook the meat. Because why not? And once we have no more bronze arrows left to our name, we will continue on with the next thing we're doing. And the bronze arrows are no more. Got a whole bunch of levels there. 3 ranged, a bit of cooking, got a fire making level. All good stuff. Also, we got a beginner clue scroll, so that's exciting. It's up near Varrock, so that is where we're heading next. So we can grab a spade there and do a beginner clue scroll. Because why not? Why not? I'm going to need to conserve my run a bit, of course. As is how it is at the beginning of the game here. Also, we carry around everything that we own, so that slows us down a bit. But I'm going to want this armor for what we're going to be doing soon here. So let's make our way to Varrock, avoiding the dark wizards. But I guess we do have food here. We could probably survive the dark wizards, but there's no reason to tempt fate there. So I'm going to head to the general store to make a sale and sort of a purchase. Not really. So long, short bow, for a whopping 20 coins. We will be training ranged much later, and not with a regular short bow. And we'll head upstairs and grab this spade. Don't need a knife right now. We will need a knife later, but not right now. So now we've got the spade. So that means we could go do our clue scroll. Might as well. We will see what all steps we need to do here. It's a beginner clue scroll, so it's not going to be that complicated. But there's a few things that would slow me down a bit. But hey, might as well. I do enjoy a good clue scroll. Let's see what we can get right over here on the bank of the river. I'm presently being mugged, so it's time to leave. We got our clue scroll. And the next step is... Ooh, talk to Charlie the Tramp. He's going to give us a skilling challenge, which... we don't really have skills, so... there's a very good chance we're just going to drop this. It's going to be things like fishing, or crafting, or smithing. I mean, it's not like we're going to get very good things from a beginner clue. But also, it's a fresh account, so this is pretty much the only time where a beginner clue scroll reward would actually be worth anything. So let's see what he wants. I need a pike cooked by you. Okay, for that, we would need to get 20 cooking, and pike is going to be rod fishing, 25 fishing. I mean, we could do all that. Let's just keep that as a goal to work for. Why not? We should be able to keep this until we get those levels. That's a bit exciting. Alright, let's head over here. Again, running past the dangerous alleyways of Southern Varrock. And get to the tea stall, where we will immediately drop all of our food as it is being replaced by tea. That is another achievement diary. Alright. So let us get a full inventory, much in quotation marks there, of tea. Because we're going to need some healing for our next thing. Got to level 7 thieving, stealing all this tea. And now we're doing a genie random event. Okay. Well, I will take that. What do we want to put a genie lamp into right now? None of the options are very good. Hit points, I guess. Yay. Ultimately, we're going to want to put lamps and stuff into herblore, because that's going to be a massive problem. But for the time being, we have no herblore level, because we haven't completed that quest yet. So I don't think we could even put the lamps in there if we wanted to. Anyways, I'm going to make my way down through the Stronghold of Security. First level, no issues whatsoever, because nothing's aggressive. But for the rest of it, that's what the tea is for. Shouldn't be any problems. Nice and easy. Only used 3 tea there. And our trade for 3 tea is 10,000 coins. Not bad. I'm not going to be going down to the final level, because I really don't need boots right now. And it doesn't give you any money. So we're going to be taking these 10,000 coins and getting some stuff that's going to be very useful. Back over in Varrock. Our first purchase here from Zaf is going to be a Staff of Fire. Magic is very strong in the beginning, so we're going to be leaning on that quite a bit here. Which really does make the armor less useful, but for tanking purposes, it's at least something. Let's get into the magic shop over here and close the door so this mugger doesn't bother us. Okay. We're going to be replacing the teas here pretty soon. Just drop some of these, make this quicker for ourselves. Aubrey. I need some runes. Let's take a water rune pack, an earth rune pack, a mind rune pack, 2 air rune packs. Don't need any fire rune packs, that's what the staff's for. Let's get a few more mind and air runes. Oh yeah. That should work. That should work. So this will allow us to go through the levels of magic at the beginning here. Hopefully. I think I'm going to get a few magic levels here in Varrock first, before we continue on. Just so we can get through what we're going to be doing as quickly as possible. First up, we need to escape this mugger. Run away. Alright. We get into the bar here. I think we'll probably be able to safe spot some people. So let us make sure our magic accuracy is as good as it's gonna get. Shield works. Alright. Starting off, we only have Wind Strike. And I guess if we can't safe spot anybody, we'll still be able to just use the T's. You can safe spot over these tables. Not exactly. Maybe on the benches here. Oh, not like that. Nope. Alright. Well, we'll be tanking some men and women to try to get a couple magic levels here. But that should be doable. Probably going to get at least up to Earth Strike. That's going to speed up our future magic usage. And I guess we might want to go pick up those T's. Yeah, we can just steal more. Anyways, we're gonna get some magic levels. I decided to do a little bit more magic here. Get my hit points up to 12. So that's always good. As far as loot is concerned, we got a bronze med helm. Yay. And 3 prayer, 11 magic. Not bad. Seeing the amount of runes that I used, I'm probably going to buy another pack of earth runes here. And then more air and mind runes too. Because we're going to be using magic quite a bit here. Might as well wear our armor for more protection while we're running around. Another earth rune pack. Another mind rune pack. That's going to be 200. Another air rune pack. This earth uses 1 air, but fire uses 2. Okay. A few more. And having more air runes is not going to be a problem. Alright. There is 300 more spell casts that we have. So that'll work. Next up, I want to get another food upgrade. And it's pretty easy to accomplish that. We just need to take a trip to the other side of the world. Instead of braving White Wolf Mountain, although there is a completely safe way to get across that, or running through Karamja, we've come over here to Remington to go straight to Ardoyne. 30 coins, and we're right where we want to be. Don't have to walk down from White Wolf Mountain. Very quick. Very easy. Very safe. And now that we are over here, we're going to grab ourselves some cake. Weirdly, you can stand underneath the baker and steal from him. You would think he would notice. He does not. So we're going to grab some cakes. Although if you talk to him again, he'll call the guards. But the guards don't typically come back over here, so you're pretty much good to go. Does not make a lot of sense, but it works. So I'm going to grab my cakes, and then we are immediately taking the boat back because we have a quest over there we want to do. 8 thieving. Yay! And we're only going to bring the full cakes. The bread and the chocolate slices are not as good. So this will be nice and quick. Back over in Port Sarim, we are preparing for our first quest by getting ourselves cheese. We've got to use this cheese to open a door. It makes sense. Don't worry about it. Anybody gonna mug me here? Leave me alone. Alright. So we will head up to the quest start. While I'm in the area, I figured I would come and get a cape. We don't have anything in our cape slot, so it's not going to take up extra inventory space or anything. But having a cape is always a good choice. Took off my armor so we don't splash as much. Highwayman. Stand and deliver, eh? So much for that. Black cape. That's mine now. Very cool. And here is the quest in question. Witch's House. A very good quest to get done first here. Because the reward is very, very appropriate for what we're trying to do here. Just need to get inside here, get through the hedges, and get to the boss. There's the key. Alright. Another item we need for the quest, and a new item for us to equip, leather gloves. And also, from one of these crates, leather boots. Fantastic. We just come in here, grab a magnet, and that will allow us to continue on. That's why we have the cheese, to lure a mouse out of a mouse hole. Then we give the mouse a magnet, and we are in. Now we just need to get past Nora here, and then it's boss time. And here's the boss, the Witch's Experiment. He does not like us trying to take the ball. So what we're going to do is trick them into walking into that square, and then we're good. Make some space to take off our armor. I don't think any of these give negative magic. Magic is negative 47 with the armor on, which is really bad. No, all these are fine. So with this setup and our Earth Strike, we can now safely kill the experiment. Very easy. It does have 4 forms, but the first 2 get stuck here, and the second 2 can't go over here. So once you get it safe spotted, you're pretty much good to go. Also, we get some magic levels here. It's training and a boss fight at the same time. Super convenient. The shapeshifter, easily dealt with. The ball, reclaimed. Now it's time to get out of here. Again, without being noticed by Nora. Because then we'd have to come back in here again. And that would also mean having to go get another piece of cheese. So, how about we don't do that? One thing to note on that boss fight is after each phase, it spawns back in the middle. So I did have to re-save spot the second phase and then run to the other save spot when the third phase spawned. But overall, a very easy quest with magic. And we unlocked Fire Strike, so that's very powerful. That's going to get us through quite a few quests here at the beginning. But now we just turn in the ball, and we're rewarded with 6,325 hit points XP, jumping us up to level 25, which is fantastic. Just what you want to see. Now we have twice as much life as we did before, which is going to greatly increase our chances of not getting one hit by things. Specifically, moss giants and fire giants. Because we're going to go do the waterfall quest. I took the boat back over here to Ardoyne. We're going to grab the only item that we still need for waterfall, which is one rope. Since we bought the runes earlier, we are good to go. But first, I'm coming up to Barbarian Assault to unlock the minigame teleport here. All you have to do is go for the tutorial and then skip it. Some people could benefit from going through the Barbarian Assault tutorial, but that is not what we're dealing with right now. Barbarian Assault is going to be an issue in the future, just because of the item restrictions going down there. But we will deal with that later. For now, we've got a waterfall quest to start. Makes you wonder if scale theory is involved in this quest. Because Almira here is looking for her son. He's literally right over there. There might be a small waterfall right here, but surely you could just yell to him right over here. And then, instead of helping whatsoever, we're told about a treasure and go off to get that instead. We are easily distracted. But hey, treasure is treasure. While I'm down here, in the Tree Gnome Village, getting Glariel's Pebble for Waterfall, it makes sense to start up the Tree Gnome Village quest to unlock the fast travel back through the maze. So from now on, we can just quickly go through here instead of having to walk all the way through. Very convenient, very cool. And now, the hard part of Waterfall. It is now time to head into Glariel's tomb. Unfortunately, that means we can't bring any combat stuff in. And as these Ultimate Iron Man armor are not droppable, we need to destroy them. Luckily, we can just grab these back for free in Lumbridge at any time. So it's not the hugest deal. It is a little annoying though. We also can't bring any of this equipment, any of these runes. So drop all that. Drop all that. Drop the runes, drop the staff. Time to go. With our large pool of hit points, we should be good to open these chests, grab the things, and keep moving. Why we did not want to do this earlier is because these moss giants can hit like 13s, which when you have 10 HP, actually a pretty big deal. When you have 25, a bit less so. And we just made it through without the moss giants attacking us in the slightest. And that's how you would typically do it. But with that, we now have all the pieces we need. And quickly go over here, pick up all our stuff. Make our cape, and our boots, and our gloves, and take the pickaxe. So we got in and out, nice and quick, everything. Now we could go and get the Ultimate Iron Man armor back for this next part, but I think we'll be fine. We've got 25 hit points. We can run past some fire giants. So let us wrap this quest up. And now, all we need to do is run through the waterfall dungeon. Nice and easy. No worries. With our substantial hit points. That 5 there, if you come here at the very start of your count, would have been literally half of your life. And there's would have been half of my life again. But we have no such concerns, as it's only a 5th, which is much more manageable. And there's an 11. Again, not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. Now we just need to do a bit of a, I guess you would call it a puzzle. And then the waterfall quest is done. Add the urn to the chalice. Do not try to take the treasure. You'll need 5 free inventory slots. I mean, yeah, we can do that. Drop the pebble. Drop the key. I guess we'll drop the rope. And there is our treasure. 13,750 strength and attack XP, 2 diamonds, 2 gold bars, and some mithril seeds. 30 strength, 30 attack. A big upgrade from like level 1. Anything here we want? Take the rope for now. Unless we can't open this door without the key, then we'll take the key. And we can go through here. I think we probably can't go through this second door without the key. Maybe. No, it's openable. Okay. Well, there you go. That is Waterfall Quest without getting yourself 1 hit. Pro strats. Another 10. Not lucky. Not lucky. Alright, let's get out of here. Yeah, we get in the barrel. I don't think we need the diamonds or the gold bars right now. So we'll probably sell those to a general store once we have a general store nearby. Well, that is pretty much it for this episode. We managed to pass the hurdle where a lot of people end up dying accidentally by proper planning, having the good amount of hit points there. So now, between episodes, I'm going to do some agility. Because my goodness, is our run restore horrendous. And just a few agility levels would help out quite a bit. Helped out Femi. Completely changed the model of the cart by putting boxes in it somehow. And here we are. This would be the time where I bank a whole bunch of things so I can run more. Except I'm an Ultimate Iron Man, so I can't do that. I suppose we could drop some cakes or something. How much do all these cakes weigh? We don't need cakes right now. We were at 25, and now we're at 22. It's better than nothing. We can pick up some more cakes back in Ardoin later. But for now, I've got some agility to grind. Probably only get 10 here. And then we can head off to the rooftops and get ourselves more agility XP there. But yeah. More questing. More doing things in a very convoluted way. Next time. Goodbye.